So, a few fractional equations to solve. So we start always with the domain. We can, in theory, also settle the domain after we found some solutions, and then we can scrap out the extraneous solutions. But yeah, let's start at the beginning with this here. So in problem number 1, we look at the denominators and see that the domain is any real number except 3, which makes this 0, and minus 5, which is the value for x, which makes the other denominator 0. Then, well, in order to solve this, since it's just a fraction equals another fraction, the simplest method would be to just apply the cross rule. So 2 times x plus 5 equals 3 times x minus 3. This is obtained from the original equation by multiplying with both denominators. And we've already settled that, well, these denominators, whatever they are, can never be 0. So let's see, this might give us extraneous solutions. So this equation now might have 3 or minus 5 as a solution. If it does, we have to be careful and note that these are not real solutions. Okay, what do we have? 2x plus 10 equals 3x minus 3. Let's subtract 2x to get rid of this one, and also we want to get rid of the minus 9. Put it on the other side. This gives us 19 equals x. 19 is neither 3 nor minus 5, so we have the single solution 19. In B, this is very similar. We look at the denominators. We see that 0 is not allowed and 5 is not allowed. And now we use the cross rule. So x minus 5 equals 9x. So we want to subtract 9x to get everything on the left-hand side and also get the minus 5 on the right-hand side. I could also have isolated x on the right-hand side just as an a, but let's change for a little change. So minus 8x equals 5. We divide out minus 8. X equals minus 5 over 8. Is that right? Yes. All right, number C. Now we already see that any number is allowed except 0. And also, when we look at the right-hand side, there seems to be a common factor that we can reduce out. So let's do that before we simplify the equation. There's a factor of 8 in the numerator, and 8 and 6 can be simplified to 4 and 3. And we could apply the cross rule here, but why not use a different method? We can find the common denominator, because that is actually quite simple. We just need an extra factor of 3 on the left-hand side. And then we can multiply away this denominator and get 3 times 2x minus 4 equals 4 times x minus 3. If we had used the cross rule, we would have gotten an extra factor of x here. And as a polynomial equation, this would have given us an extra solution, x equals 0, which then we could have excluded because 0 is not in the domain. But with this method, we have eliminated the extraneous solution right away. It's a happy accident. So let's see, let's expand. Oh, look, we can take away this. And now we get 6x equals 4x. Now there are several ways of solving this. It looks a bit weird, but we can isolate x. Well, there's just a 0 remaining on the right hand side. 2x equals 0, so x equals 0. Yes, but this is extraneous. If you look back up here, 0 is the one value that we have excluded. No, we can't insert 0 because that would give us division by 0. So there are actually no solutions.